Dante Coleman, IES Coaching, with another harsh truth. Failure is unavoidable. The only way to avoid failure is to not try at all, and not trying at all is a failure in and of itself. There's a story, it's an ancient story about death, but I find it kind of correlates with the topic. A messenger for a great king was out doing his messenger duties, and he saw death in the marketplace. And death smiled upon him. So the messenger, in fear, ran back to the king and said, I need your leave to go to another kingdom. The king asked, why would you want to leave? The man responded, because I saw death. And death smiled at me. And I believe death is coming here for me tonight or today. So the king gave him leave and gave him wealth to move. So the man goes to another kingdom. And once he arrives, the night of his arrival, death comes for him. And the man, before death embraced him, asked death, why did you smile at me in the marketplace? He said, death said, I was surprised to see you there, knowing we had an appointment here for today. The moral of that story is the man thought he was running from his death, but ran towards his death. The reason why I bring it up in this video about failure and fear is that you can sometimes, your caution can lead to your failure, where your bravery may lead to your success, even if it seems unlikely. When we stay at a job because it's safe, because we're scared to open our own business, or scared to go to a new place, or scared to move into a different field of employment, a lot of times we do that and we end up getting laid off or getting caught up with something, getting fired, and still end up where we try to avoid by being safe. Sometimes you have to step out and jump, as Steve Harvey say, without the parachute, and trust that you can fly. Because even when you don't jump, sometimes, and it's even worse when you get pushed. Job lays you off, you get fired, you get deathly ill, you get sick, you have to take off a family. All these things happen that force change. Take control, make the changes yourself. If you have a dream, a desire, or something you want to do in life, the only thing that's stopping you is you're afraid of the consequences, I tell you, do it. If you can't sleep at night without thinking about it, if you can't stop a daydream about it, if it's on your mind all the time, I don't care what the risk is of it, do it. Because just because you don't does not mean that you won't embrace failure. We all are destined to fail at one point in life. Failure is as sure as that if you breathe in, you must breathe out. What I'm telling you is, do not allow fear to keep you from moving forward. What's going to happen is going to happen. There are things in this universe you never will have control over. But you have control over not moving because you're afraid. I'd rather die a gruesome death and feel like I lived my life to the fullest in courage and in fortitude and boldness than to live to be an old man and be unsatisfied because I never chased any of my dreams. I never pushed forward in any of my vision. I just lived the safe way day in and day out in misery and unfulfillment. They say a coward dies 1,000 deaths, meaning every day is like a walking death for him. But the brave die only once because they have lived. I'll repeat that again so you can hear it. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. When I say coward, that don't mean you're not willing to fight or defend your family or yourself. A coward could be someone who's afraid to live their dream, afraid to embrace their truth. For them, they die every day. I'd rather be brave and die only once, but die and satisfaction that I lost my life and my limb and my time seeking my dream. So I encourage everybody who hears this video, don't let fear stop you. You can let wisdom stop you if you see it's a bad choice. You can let responsibility stop you if you have things you have to handle that is intelligent that you wait. But don't let fear stop you. Fear is not real. Fear is the mind killer. Because sometimes in running from your fear, and I've lived this, sometimes running from your fear of the unknown puts you right where you didn't want to be in the first place. I have turned down job offers because I was afraid to move from one job to another and turn right around and got dismissed or laid off, or caught up in a horrific situation and stuck at this job because when I had the opportunity to move on, fear made me not stay. It made me not leave, excuse me. I have had opportunities to purchase items because of fear, didn't purchase them, and end up losing that which I had and needed that item and wish I would have done that purchase. Business deals, relationships, and list goes on and on. See, when I tell you about these things, it's not just school education from psychology and goal planning. It's actually, I've lived these things. I've lived the fear life. I've lived being afraid to do something and then watching life put me in a situation anyway, where I felt like I should have just did my first thought. Don't move in fear. Be brave, be bold. Remember, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. A brave man dies only once. And it's better to die for being fulfilled than live for eternity with regret. Don't let fear stop you. Live your life to the fullest. Monte Coma IES Coaching. You have a great day.